Hi, I'm Rob, and today I'd like to show you 6 or 7 router bits which I use at the moment a lot in my flattening and milling jig. And yeah, I like to explain that to you how I use them. Yeah, here I have for you two single flute router bits. This one, it's the common one. Also it has one cutting side. But yeah, it's only for wood, you know. You can do maybe non-ferrous with it, but it doesn't live long. You know, it's very quickly dull. And that's just because the tungsten carbide, that's way too soft, you know. Okay, they are budget, it's a budget bit, they are very cheap. So yeah, that's only for wood. But this one, that's a different thing. That's a total different story. It's an also a single flute with a big gullet, like you can see here. You see, so there is enough space to get rid of your, to extract your debris. And it's an up spiral, so he moves the debris to the top side. You know, he moves it out of the hole. He has a coating. That coating seems to be special for plastics. And for plastics it seems to be also a very good one. And they recommend, in a way, single flutes, because then they don't get so warm, they say, during the cut. So that's why they say the single flute. Well, it's not bad, and yeah, maybe the RPM was a little bit too high, because there you see some brown, some burning, so maybe it was a little bit too high. But these splinters, that is because it's an up spiral. It puts them out of the gap, and if you do it with such a router bit, a straight bit, you don't have that. So yeah, that's with the up spiral. Okay, now we get the double flute. Also very nice router bits. It's of course the cheap ones, you know, they don't cost much. And for wood they are okay, but I wouldn't do non-ferrous with it. You can, but it's easily dull. And I use it sometimes for flattening. I also used it for aluminum. Works fine on a flattening jig, no problem. But I think they don't last long. So purely for wood, these. I drilled a few holes in aluminum with it, and I flattened, and it performed very well. Well, as you can see, also with the tool flute, and it's a new one, it's a new bit, factory new, it's also not a bad result, you know. Well, this is wonderful. Yeah, great. Well, a perfect 90. Well, here we have a total different mill, and that's a ball nose. And one is 75, that's the 10 mil, and the 8mm is 60. You see? Well, it's a very nice end mill. And it doesn't give so much chatter because of the rounded tip, so it always will centrate itself. And yeah, that's the big trick. It's with a coating, it's an all-tin coating, aluminum, titanium and nitride coating. And yeah, that takes care of the heat and resistance, the wear. So yeah, and the rest it's yeah, tungsten carbide, but a very good quality. Also, if you want to plunge, before I forget, if you want to plunge, this is of course better than a flat one, with a flat head, because that starts to wander. This doesn't wander that much. Well, as you can see, it's not ideal, but yeah, you also can do it in the drill press. And probably a too low RPM. But yeah, that's the max. And it's now 2620 RPM. But yeah, that's maybe a bit too less, because it starts yeah, really to chatter, you know. And it can be also that there is too much play in the quill, you know. So, yeah. Well, it's not bad, but it can be a bit more tight, a bit better. But okay, it is what it is. Well, here you see a piece of mild steel, and I'm gonna make an 8mm slot in it with the ball nose. Well, it's a very neat and very nice slot. You see, very straight. So, now I have two different end mills for flute. This is an 8mm up spiral, 4 flutes. This is an up spiral, 6, 4 flutes. And this one too. These are identical. The only thing is, I took from one 2 centimeters off, because I had a lot of chatter. And then also from the 8mm, that was 100mm long, I took off 2 centimeter, 20mm. 80mm, sorry, 80mm, 80mm. And this one is still 100. That's how it came, how they came from the factory. Problem is, if you're going to use it in the full length, you have very easily chatter, you know, and that's something which you don't want. After cutting for a few seconds, it snapped off. Now okay, it snapped nicely, fortunately, so it's still usable. And this one is then still the factory 100mm size. I took 2 centimeters off because I had a lot of chatter. So if I use this one straight, you get very easily in the tip you get chatter. And with this one it's already a lot less because it's 2 centimeters shorter. You see? But they are end mills, and yeah, it's a bit difficult to plunge with these, also with the other one, the 8mm, because they are flat. You know, the tip is flat. I don't know if you can see that. But it's flat, so it starts to wander. Well, in mild steel, it's a very good result. Well, this is then the short for flute. Yeah, it's not bad. I've seen it better, but okay, it's pretty flat. Here, this is done with the tall one, that's very bad, a lot of chatter. And that was done with the 100mm, the 6mm by length 100mm. And this is then the 100mm 8mm, that's this one. So yeah, I think it's a very good result. And this one gives an equal result, like this one, but then shorter. You know, and yeah, this one, that's a story in itself. That's a single flute. Performs okay, not bad. Only yeah, the top for flattening, yeah, it's not the most wonderful top, you see. But okay, it works. So to say which one you prefer, I think I have a small preference for the 8mm, the 4 flute. So yeah, you can do it with all of them, but I think this one is the most universal in a way. Although for plunging, to make a hole, this one is better, because those two, they start to wander in aluminum. They make quite a big hole before you are through. Well, this one is pretty okay. There is no chatter at all. So you see that if the bit is too long, you get trouble. But not now, this is perfect. Okay, now I made from the 8mm, 100mm long, I made now an 80mm. And that's, yeah, 3 inch, a little bit over. So I think we have now less chatter, and that's what I'm gonna try. Well, this is a nice example. I'm gonna do now cast iron, a drill press vise, let's say, but the sides, they are a bit irregular. And to place it very quickly on the platform for the milling machine, it's much more easy for me if this is a straight edge. And this straight edge, square, with the bead of the vise. Well, this is then the side how it's supposed to be. I still have to do this side. But then you see that it's yeah, a bit half round and yeah, a bit irregular. So let's see what it's gonna do. Well, that surface is better than with the long shank. Well, it's difficult to make a choice. This is then the 8mm result for Flute, and this is the short version from the 6mm, and also for Flute. And yeah, if that's the only way to diminish the thickness of a piece of plate, well, I'm glad with it. Well, it's not really suitable for drilling. It makes the hole 1/2 mm wider. So yeah, it's a bit wandering. Well, I hope it was a clear and understandable explanation in the video. And yeah, I hope you can use it maybe in the future. I'd like to thank you for watching, and maybe till the next time. Bye bye!